Soul-stealing magi.
Flesh-eating creeps.
Yeah, it's just another day at the office for the madhouse. My werewolf partner and I attempt to keep the peace without being torn to pieces. Weep at the wonder
Howl at the horror.
and keep the light on. It's gonna get dark. This is the 100-Handed.
Lost souls. Episode 22, Maverick Tower. Part 1.
With him.
Catch him! Catch him!
This isn't Solomon's parlor.
To catch you up to speed of your own recent history, I had to come up from the madhouse. From the sound of it, there wasn't much time.
That's right. I'm tracking. Sorry. I don't think I've ever gotten an Imagimatic tattoo outside of your parlor before.
Even still, you're getting quite good at bearing 3 of the tattoos.
Yeah, well, desperate times.
You alright, Wexler? You don't look so hot.
Sore. The fighting that went down in Queensbury took a toll.
Backlash from the ink blade.
No doubt.
Ugh, hate that. Backlash is a bitch. Though I guess I don't really have to worry about that anymore. Do I, Solomon?
No. You need to worry about not magically disrupting your connection to the glimmer, and thereby turning yourself into a fracturing consciousness that spirals into infinity with nothing but time to think.
That definitely makes me worry less about backlash and more about being tormented in a personal hell.
Good. That's exactly what you should be worried about.
It's adding up.
After this mission, I'll prepare a special solution in the baths to slow down somatic degeneration. You really should seek to resolve conflicts with less violence.
Thanks. I'll be sure to remember that the next time a literal lizard person is drooling acid venom onto my face. You got my shoes? Where's my socks and shoes?
Here.
Thanks. Solomon, how is Michael using Imagimancy?
Our Magimancy is, in many ways, deeply connected to the gloom. Although I do my best to purify the gloom from the various parts and trinkets you recover, the trouble still remains that this world no longer has the connection to the light that it once did. use Michael's psychic link to the residual gloom in the imagimantic tattoos has allowed him to form a copy of the abilities he once used in his own body. They won't have near the strength of my own.
No, but he was pretty damn powerful. Is it possible his newfound connection to the gloom is allowing him to power the tattoos?
It could. But the damage it must be doing to his psyche, I truly fear that he has been consumed by the shadows within his mind.
Well, we need to worry about getting him back and stopping whatever revolting scheme that bitch is cooking up.
The flock comes first. It has to. There's too much at stake, and we don't even know why it's at stake.
I agree. Normally, I'd write this off as just another group of assholes making a mad grab for power, but this all seems off. They're running a solid operation. False trails, psychic security protocols, God alone knows what else. Despite all that, this all feels... desperate isn't the right word. No, it's greedy.
Not much else to expect from Magi scum.
The 100-handed aren't just any Magi scum. They can be calculating when they need to be, but a mass sacrifice? Come on. Nobody attempts things like that anymore. Not in this day and age. No, it's far, far too greedy. So, we got any backup on this?
You are the backup.
So Lily and myself are going into the lion's den alone.
I'll help you when I can.
That's why we're here at this motel. Solomon still needs time to work on Mason, and this is far closer to Maverick Tower than the madhouse.
My wings are still not fully operational.
Soon.
Your old boss did a number on me, but I'll be able to fly. I just have to take it easy. I'll be able to get a good view of the rooftop before you ascend.
Are you sure you're up for this?
If it weren't for you, I'd have been pounded into the foundation of my own building. I owe you this, even if I'm anxious.
Ignoring that gnawing dread of the future, I can get behind that.
Good. I'll set up here with Solomon. We'll provide whatever support we can, but by and large, it's on y'all.
Take down a mass murder ritual, foil a Magi plot, face off against my old mentor, and try to get V back in one piece. Vasquez, you got a drink?
I thought you'd never ask.
Before we go, let's inventory.
Christmas comes early this year. I suppose I don't need to ask if I was naughty or nice. Good ol' M4. You got any rounds for this, or is it just for show?
Ask and ye shall receive, etc., etc.
Oh me, oh my. You thought of everything.
Yes, mostly that we'll have a higher chance of survival the more you use good old-fashioned physics instead of whatever the hell Solomon concocted.
Saul didn't whip this up on the fly. Jesus. How'd you manage to get all this stuff?
I didn't. Vasquez secured it for us. Played the "it's urgent" card, which it always is, I guess. Whatever. It's the only magic she has left. I don't ask too many questions.
You worried?
Yeah.
Thinking of backing out?
What?
Could always erase.
A bit late for that.
There's been a few Imagimancers who've erased themselves to get out of a mission they didn't think they'd walk away from.
Cowards and traitors. Someone needed them.
Ah, you're going because of the werewolf.
I've been trying to figure out who killed Michael for so long, just to find out. I can't lose another partner. I won't. What about you? You nervous?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Maya Stiers. That's the woman who robbed me of my imagimancy and left me with this malfunctioning mind. Ugh! I can't think about that now. I need to focus. I'm going to jam as much of this fluxed up magic into her as I can. See what happens.
Not exactly the most noble of causes.
Please. We're not exactly knights in shining armor. Oh!
Lily, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got really dizzy. Sorry. I didn't mean to make everything all disorganized. I'll pick it up. Ah!
It's the arrow that Acantha gave me.
Christ, that feeling.
Why would the arrow do that?
Where did you get that?
A Fae I met while trying to get Mason to safety. She helped save Mason's life.
Is it cursed? The arrow, I mean.
I don't feel anything. She said it was called a null shot. Something about negating magic. Maybe it's affecting you negatively because of Solomon's experimental tattoo?
Perhaps. You have imagimantic tattoos also.
Whatever Solomon did for you, I can tell just by looking at it that it's a far cry from normal.
Well, just keep that thing away from me.
Will do. She said her name was Acantha.
You mentioned that earlier. I've never heard of her. I never really crossed paths with many of the Fae. They tend to keep to themselves. You really think we can do this?
I don't know. One way to find out. Ready to go?
Let's do it. I dropped Wexler a few blocks from the condominiums at a park overlooking the Colorado River. He could get in by himself. I'd be having a much more difficult time. The Wilds car, as I've begun to think of the work Solomon had done to repair my damaged magical circuits, while useful, was useful only when I didn't particularly care about the outcome of using it. Great and all, but when you need to infiltrate a ritual site without detection, having a hand that literally channeled wild magic wasn't exactly promising, so we had to find a workaround for me. I turned right into the Maverick condo loading dock. Several other vehicles ahead of me are being guided by a man in gray overalls. He looked human, but that didn't always count for much when dealing with creeps and magi. A van pulled in behind me. My first instinct was that I've just been blocked in. Even if I wanted to back out now, I couldn't do so without drawing attention to myself. It wouldn't take a monster to kill me. A good old-fashioned gangland spray down would be just as well in this tight a spot. As I drew forward, I noticed that there were several maintenance vehicles in the loading dock spaces. Questions began to unfurl in my mind. Was that a limp in the maintenance man's gait, or faulty craftsmanship on part of the flesh carver that had made him? There were generally telltale signs when creeps, either born or made, imitate humans. It's in the uncanniness of their movements, as if body language was a foreign tongue.
Hey lady, we gotta keep the loading dock clear. The technicians have been doing some work with the wiring over here, and I can't be having a whole bunch of foot traffic through here unless you got some really heavy stuff.
One second. My papers are here somewhere. There was a pistol in the glove compartment. I could feel it underneath all of the documents. I batted the idea around in my mind, a cat swiping at a mouse strung up by the tail. But if I shot this idiot right here, I'd bet the remaining 10 minutes of my life that all of Maya's hired or handcrafted goons would swarm down on me.
Interesting. So you had to shoot Miss Stiers.
I spoke with Maverick Condominium's director of social media. She wished for us to get some good headshots, photographs of Maya Stiers at the gala.
Ah, geez. Okay. I know those are really important people. Look, my boss stepped out to grab some McDonald's. He's the one who gets the final say and who can use the dock. Everyone's been on edge.
I needed to do something to get through, and quick. Withdrawing the piece of paper, I reached over to put it back in the glove compartment. The tips of my fingers pressed on the documents, stopping at the firmness of the pistol's grip. As tempting as it was, I had to find another way. Some Imaginancers prided themselves on doing things the right way, and I was one of them. Ah, shit! Oh, come on!
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Fuck! I got coffee all over myself, and I'm going to be late now because I have to clean up, and it's just so fucking fuck!
Whoa. Hey. Lady, just park up there, go get cleaned up, take care of whatever you gotta take care of. You're fine. It'll be okay. I'll explain to my supervisor when he gets back. I'm sure it won't be that big a deal.
Thanks, but I'll be going.
Just keep an eye out for the building security. They're a strange bunch for sure. They don't ever say anything to me, but I don't know. I got a good feeling about you. I don't know what I'm saying. Go on up ahead. Take care now.
Thank you. Chancy, but it worked. Sometimes it feels like that's all this job is. Calculated risks, trying not to push too hard, or else the razor's edge you're standing on might just slice right through. One of the Inklings, or a newly minted drafted, might have breathed a sigh of relief, but the reprieve here meant only one thing to me. The easy part was over. Now, to find one of the ley lines.
Some days you wake up, throw on a pot of coffee, and go about your normal routine. Eyes bleary from the rote monotony of your schedule. Other days, you slap on a magical tattoo that allows you to scale a skyscraper with your bare hands, all the while your asshole is puckered so tight, you could turn a lump of coal into a diamond. Okay, focus. Focus. They won't even look at me. This is so unnatural that the pilot can't bring himself to notice. Well, I can do without an audience. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like this. I can't tell whether the storm is a part of the ritual or if the fabric of reality is starting to roil in anticipation of the impending bloodbath. Can't say which one bothers me more. Better get to it.
The 100-Handed is a Madhouse radio production. Created and written by Tom Tress. Directed by Brooke Pillafont. Sound design by Tom Tress. Theme music by Ian Flores. Featuring the voice of Gage Richter as Evan Wexler. Deanna Lalich as Lily Thomas, Dana Williams as Vasquez, Logan Lalich as the guard, and Cynthia Cruiser as Solomon.
Here we are.